There are two takeaways in Cornwall that have a 0 hygiene rating, and today I'm going to eat at both of them. Stick around to find out if the food quality is as low as the rating. Yes people, prepare to be shocked. Today I'm going to eat at two of the most unhygienic takeaways in Cornwall. Two places that literally rated 0 for food safety. You might think I'm crazy, but the outcome of this may surprise you. Is it a hospital visit waiting to happen? Or is this the culinary surprise of your lifetime? Stay tuned to find out. So this came out at around 17.5 quid. Fairly expensive for fish and chips, especially when the rating for the hygiene is so low. I will say, however, the Google rating for this place, 158 reviews, has given it 4.4. Now, if you just come in and take a closer look, the chips actually don't look too bad. A few little black bits, but overall it looks fairly clean. I've salt and vinegared this. Doesn't look too bad on the bottom. Let's break it open and have a look. Doesn't look disgusting. Not the whitest. So, doesn't smell fishy, which is a good start. I wouldn't say it tastes 100% fresh, but I've had worse. If you've seen a previous video from not too long back, you'll know that I've definitely had worse. The batter actually looks quite crunchy. Quite a nice taste to it too. Not bad. I've had worse. Ah. I've got to say, when I walked in there, the food smelt really good. But I did notice there was no sign on the door saying 0 hygiene rating. Bit of a disappointment. They should be made to do that. Now that curry sauce tastes like it's come out of a Chinese. It really does. You know, I prefer a traditional one. That's actually quite nice. You know what? I'm not disgusted. It's got plenty of flavour. The batter's nice and crispy. Overall, not too much dough on the inside. A couple of little doughy bits, but it's not really bad. Yeah. Staff are pretty upbeat in there too. So, the chips are a little bit dry. Not ridiculous. Decent crunchy skin, a little bit dry. But, they're tasty enough. Mr. Cameraman, I'm just wondering, would you like to try a little bit of my fish? See what you think? Oh, fair enough. Okay. We know I've got a cast iron stomach. I'm guessing he doesn't have. Yeah. I wouldn't rave about it, but that's not disgusting. It's really not. I will add at this point that there's every possibility improvements have been made. Every possibility. I don't feel like I'm going to keel over in the next 20 minutes. I really don't. Well, as you can see with the batter, look, it's not, have a look. It's not bad. It's not really horrendous, is it? It's crispy, it's thin, it's light. the oil doesn't taste dirty. And they don't use chip shop vinegar. That's proper malt vinegar. Yeah. To get a 0, there's obviously got to be a hygiene problem somewhere. Probably the labelling of the food or something like that. Lack of knowledge, I don't know. But it's all right. It baffles me that this food, going on the quality, it's not a 10, but it's certainly decent, it's passable. This gets a 0 hygiene rating. Whereas the catch of the day at Whiteacres from an earlier video, it was disgusting. I wiped my feet on the way out of that place. That wasn't too bad. Not bad at all. Well, it's quite flaky. Not the whitest cod in the world, but I've seen darker. Even the seagulls looking at me as if like, well, come on, let's have a little bit. I'm not disgusted. I'm not overly disappointed with it, to be honest. 17 quid's a little bit pricey in my opinion. I've had better for cheaper, but I did have a can of Vimto with that, which always has to wash the E. coli down afterwards. But, you know, it's pricey. But yeah, I paid more for less. Well, 4.4 out of 158 reviews. 0 hygiene given by the Food Standards Agency. Places that have got themselves to that standard I think should be named and shamed. I have no bones about putting this on YouTube and putting the name of the place up there for everybody to see because it's out there, it's in the public domain. But it's not that bad, you know. I don't think I'm going to be keeling over the toilet with this for the next 24 hours. Now the next place I'm a little bit scared about, which I will tell you all about when we get there. I'll give that a 7 out of 10. Based on the taste and the quality of the food as I see it. But if I didn't know, I wouldn't know. That's not too bad at all, really. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I've got another meal coming in the next sort of 25-30 minutes. I might let the seagull have some of this. He's just over there. I think he'd appreciate a bit. I might let him have the rest because, you know, everybody's got to eat. I'll catch you down at the next one when we get there. I'll see you shortly. It actually smells really nice in there, I've got to say. So we'll find out. Looked a little bit grubby though. Wish me luck. So this is the red chili in Penryn. Out of 120 reviews on Google, 4.6. So again, something's amiss. 0 hygiene, 4.6 on Google. Do these people know? That's what I want to know. Now, obviously, everybody here's got a worst meal that they've ever eaten. Drop a comment, tell me what your worst meal is. Because tonight, obviously, I'm trying to beat it. Pretty soft. Bit dry, but it's not horrible. I'm going to start off very gingerly. This is a Naga chicken. You know I do like a Naga. I'll tell you what, that's a hot one as well. Oh yeah. My question is, does the heat and the spice mask anything that shouldn't really be there? That's a bit of a concern for me. Be alright. There's a hospital not too far away. Right. There were a few things on the menu that I looked at. I've gone with the chilies mixed starter. So, sheikh kebab, chicken tikka, quite chunky pieces as well, and an onion bhaji. There was something on there called chicken mol mol. Pardon me if I'm being a little bit crass here, but I was put off the chicken mol mol. Because in a zero hygiene rated restaurant, the last thing I want to try is something that has the chef's special sauce. I don't know what it is, I don't want to know, but I ain't trying it. Bit rubbery. I've had better. I mean, obviously a sheet kebab always looks like it's come out the back end of something. Maybe the chef, who knows? It's quite rubbery in texture. Not an awful lot of flavour. Now the onion bhaji, what we got? I'm gonna break open. Looks pretty standard, really. It's a little bit of a crunch to it. I reckon when it came out, because it's been covered for about 5 minutes while I've been looking for somewhere to sit, so it's had time to just soften up, but it's not bad. It's nice and soft, it's lightly spiced. Slightly sweet, almost like a honey flavouring in there. Very greasy. It's going to be hard to kill myself with lamb. It'll be really hard to kill myself with onion. Now for the chicken. Oh. I'm cutting it open first. There's no way I'm going into a chicken unless it's cooked. It looks okay. Looks okay. It's not really tough, but it's not the best piece of chicken I've ever eaten. I'm not going to have both pieces, just in case. You know I like an Indian. You know I've had plenty of them. So I think it's safe to say that I'm pretty well qualified to say whether something's decent from an Indian or not. It's okay. Now this is the one that concerns me, because the taste of this, it tastes properly like Naga, but I'm wondering if it's covering a multitude of sins. When I was a kid, I used to get those really rubber bouncy balls. That is like rubber. It'll taste a bit like rubber too. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll try the other piece just to see, but that's probably going to be the last piece of chicken I have. I'm really not pushing my luck. It's really oily too. I don't have a problem with an oily curry, but there's a lot of oil. There is lots of it. The Ewing family would have dived in on that and started a corporation. I've got to say though, the flavour is really decent. But anything with a Naga, you can't beat the flavour of that. That went cold really quick, and the colder it's getting, it's quite tough. As you can see, it's breaking apart with great difficulty, that is. I don't feel too safe, let's put it that way. Flavour wise, really good. Heat wise, pretty decent. Chicken though, it's got more bounce than Zebedee. It really has. I think I've pushed my luck enough now. It's 2 restaurants, 1 evening, and not a hygiene star between them. It's not great, is it? Like I say, flavour point of view, I'll give that a 7, 7.5 for the flavour. The onion bhaji, I'd give that a 7.5 as well. The rest of it, texture, chewability, and bounceability, I mean, from a rubber point of view, I'll give it a 10. This doesn't sit right with me. I think what makes it worse as well, this place has had 2 inspections over the course of a year. They're waiting another inspection. The 2 inspections they had, they've made no improvements. It's been a 0 star since 2023. We're now at the end of 2025. That's got to tell you something. Kitchen looked a bit grubby on the floor. Friendly staff. Smelt really good, still smells really good. But I don't know. I think we're going to leave that one there. 2 meals. The curry, it tasted decent, but there was a lot of naga pickle in that. I reckon that was masking something that shouldn't have been there. It makes you wonder what else is hiding behind it, especially with the chicken that was that rubbery, which then makes you think, how long has it been sat there? How old is that chicken? Bit of a worry, that's why I stopped. The naan, it was all right. It was a bit chewy. Colder it got, more chewy it got. But you expect that anyway. That's the way it is. The starter was okay. Slight taste in the sheet kebab. Didn't have a lot of flavour to it. It didn't taste 100% brilliant. It was more food colouring. It wasn't of much flavour or substance. The fish and chips, on the other hand, I've got to say, zero hygiene. They got their rating not that long ago. It wasn't actually that bad. I can't speak for the hygiene of the restaurant. It looked clean when I went in there. But from a flavour point of view, it tasted fine. Not the freshest, whitest fish I've ever seen, but it was perfectly acceptable. I've eaten much worse. Chips were a little bit dry. The winner out of those two, definitely the chippy. But my advice to you is do your research, because these places do not display their zero hygiene rating on the window. So if you see nothing on the window, question why there's nothing on the window, because if it was 5, they'd be proud of it. Now on that note, with that piece of advice, I'm going to go and get myself near to a toilet bowl just in case. You have yourself a great night, people. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Like, the algorithm loves a like. So please, just drop a like. If it's the only thing you do tonight, put a like on it. Don't even subscribe. Forget the subscribing. Just like it. Anyway, I'm out of here, people. You have yourselves a great night. I'm going to get myself near a toilet bowl just in case. You take care. I'll see you soon. Oh my God, what was I thinking?